The trades that shook the NBA. It always starts quietly, just a few murmurs, a headline, a tweet. But in the NBA, trades aren't just transactions, they're earthquakes. A single move can flip dynasties, redefine legacies, and send ripples through basketball history. Let me take you on a journey through some of the most significant trades in the league's history. Moments where the NBA pivoted not on a jumper, but on a fax. A phone call, a name on a dotted line. 1. The day the Lakers got Shaq in 1996. It was the summer of 96. Free agency was heating up and the Orlando Magic were in a panic. A 24-year-old Shaquille O'Neal, already the most dominant big man in the game, wasn't sold on staying. And then the Lakers swooped in. But the real domino fell when the Lakers cleared cap space by trading Divac to the Charlotte Hornets for a high school kid named Kobe Bryant. In one summer, LA had pulled off the greatest double move in history, trading for cap space to get Kobe and signing Shaq. That wasn't just a roster change, it was the blueprint for a dynasty. 3 straight titles, Hall of Fame careers, and a city that fell in love with Showtime. All over again. 2. The Celtics' great robbery in 2007. By the mid-2000s, Boston was a mess. Paul Pierce was wasting away and hope was fading fast. Then Danny Ainge made a pair of calls that rewrote history. First, he pulled Kevin Garnett out of Minnesota, a blockbuster deal involving 7 players and picks. But even before that, he'd brought in Ray Allen from Seattle. Just like that, the first modern Big Three was born. In their first season together, they went from 24 wins to NBA champions. It was more than a turnaround. It ignited a new era of super teams and laid the groundwork for the player movement era. 3. The Spurs say goodbye to Kawhi in 2018. When the San Antonio Spurs traded Kawhi Leonard to the Toronto Raptors, it looked like a desperate move. Kawhi was hurt, unhappy, and wanted LA, not Canada. But Masai Ujiri rolled the dice, sending franchise favorite DeMar DeRozan to San Antonio. It was cold, ruthless, but necessary. Kawhi came in, stayed quiet, and dominated. 1 season, 1 title, one of the most legendary playoff runs ever, including that bounce, that shot against Philly. And then he was gone. For Toronto, it was the ultimate rental with the ultimate payoff. 4. The trade that built the Warriors in 2007. Before Golden State was a juggernaut, they were a punchline. In 2007, they traded a young scorer named Monta Ellis, a fan favorite, for an injury-prone center named Andrew Bogut. Fans were furious. Even the owner got booed. But that trade made space for a skinny kid Curry to take over. Bogut brought defense, Steph brought magic. And that move, subtle at first, planted the seeds for the greatest shooting team in NBA history. Sometimes, the quiet trades echo the loudest. 5. The Nets bet the future. In 2013, the Brooklyn Nets wanted to win right now. So they made the move. Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett from Boston in exchange for a truckload of first-round picks. The Celtics got younger, the Nets got older, and history has not been kind to Brooklyn. Those picks turned into Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Meanwhile, Brooklyn's super team never made it past the second round. It wasn't just a bad trade, it became a cautionary tale for franchises chasing instant glory at the cost of their future. 6. Kobe almost went to Chicago in 2007. Kobe Bryant was frustrated. He wanted out of LA, and the Bulls were the frontrunner. A trade was on the table. Luol Deng, Ben Gordon, Tyrese Thomas, and picks. It was close, but Kobe vetoed it. He didn't want to go to a team without enough talent to win. The Lakers held on. Months later, they'd steal Pau Gasol from Memphis and make 3 straight finals. It's a reminder, one decision, one signature not taken, and history looks completely different. 7. In 2011, Chris Paul was on his way to the Lakers. The deal was done. Kobe and CP3, an unthinkable duo. But then NBA Commissioner David Stern, acting as temporary owner of the then league-run New Orleans Hornets, vetoed the trade. No competitive balance, he said. Instead, Paul landed with the Clippers, helping usher in the Lob City era, but always wondering what could have been. To this day, it remains the most controversial league intervention ever, and maybe the most consequential. In the NBA, change is the only constant. A player can be a franchise cornerstone one day and packing his locker the next, but through it all, trades are the engine of drama, reinvention, and most importantly, hope.